Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be talking about the science on the SS Sally Ride NG-18 space station successful launch. Let's get right on into it. The first research that we will be covering is the BIRDS 5 project. The BIRDS 5 project stands for the Joint Global Multi-Nation BIRDS Project-5. It is a constellation of two 1U CubeSats and one 2U CubeSat, which have been developed by Uganda, Zimbabwe, and Japan. Uganda and Zimbabwe are launching their first satellites. Uganda is launching the Pearl Africa Sat-1, and Zimbabwe is launching the ZimSat-1. Japan is launching TACA. The mission of BIRDS 5 is to perform multispectral observations of the Earth with a commercial off-the-shelf camera, which are equipped with 4 band multispectral optical imager with spectral bands ranging from 550 nanometers to 790 nanometers used for Earth observation. In addition, BIRDS 5 also has a red, green, blue color optical imager. BIRDS 5 on the 2U platform demonstrates a particle instrument for nanosatellite, which is used to monitor space weather. The principal investigator of this mission is Dr. Mengu Cho of Japan. The co-principal investigators of this mission are Dr. Monica Musanero of Uganda and Dr. Highness Gwami of Zimbabwe. The developer of the satellite is the Kyushu Institute of Technology, and the sponsoring space agency and organization is JAXA. These CubeSats will be deployed from the International Space Station between September 2022 and March of 2023 during Expedition 68. The second research that we will be covering is the catastrophic post-wildfire mud flows, 9U Research Cube Lab. The experiments of flow and transport of sand, water, air, slurs, and microgravity studies the formation and stability of a bubble sand structure in the absence of sedimentation and microgravity. Earth application. Results could improve the understanding, modeling, and predicting of mud flow and support development of innovative solutions to prevent and mitigate catastrophic post-fire events. The principal investigator of this research mission is Dr. Ingrid Tamak of the University of California, San Diego. The developer of the Cube Lab is Tango. The sponsoring space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is the National Laboratory of the National Science Foundation. These tests will be conducted from September 2022 to March 2023 during Expedition 68. The third research that we will be covering is the modulation of granulosa and theca cell activity and microgravity, consequences for human life, health, and reproduction. The modulation of granulosa and theca cells activity and microgravity, consequences for human health and reproduction, studies how microgravity influences and development and how it can impair ovary function and the physiological development of living beings. Earth applications. The study offers the opportunity to investigate how biophysical factors can hamper granulosa and theca cells cell function and what the critical transition points are that can be pharmaceutically targeted to improve the reproductive function. The primary investigator of this mission is Dr. Mariano Bizzari. There are co-investigators of this research mission, and they include Dr. Andrea Gusso, Dr. Cinzia Marchisi, Valeria Fideli, Naomi Monti, Dr. Paola Pontecorvi, Tiziana Raya, and Dr. Simona Cicerelli. The developer of the satellites is the Aerospace Laboratory for Innovation. The sponsoring space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is the Italian Space Agency. There was a previous experiment that ran on the International Space Station. It was called Microgravity and Cells, Morphotype and Phenotype Correlation, Cell Shape and Expression, Investigation, which occurred in 2015. These tests will be conducted from September 2022 to March 2023 during Expedition 68. The fourth research that we will be covering is the biofabrication facility. The biofabrication facility is going to be used for printing usable human tissues in microgravity, which is acting as a stepping stone and a long-term plan to manufacture whole human organs in space using refined biological 3D printing techniques. The biofabrication facility is used in conjunction with existing TechShot bioreactor cassettes, which hold the printed tissues for several weeks after initial printing. These cassettes were launched on Space Shuttle Mission 77 and 95. The facility manager of this research mission is Andy Kirk. The facility representative of this research mission is Kenneth Burton. The developer of the satellite TechShot Inc. The sponsoring space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is the National Laboratory. These tests will be conducted from March 2019 to March 2023 during Expedition 59, 60, 61, 62, and 68. The fifth research that we will be covering is the epigenetic adaptation to the spaceflight environment accumulated genomic change induced by generations in space, or just Plant Habitat 3. The Plant Habitat 3 is going to be used to identify genetic elements that increase the adaptability of plants to spaceflight. A first step toward developing cultivars better suited to provide food and air and water purification and life support systems on future space missions. An Earth application for this mission is that this investigation could provide a better understanding of how the epigenome contributes to an organism's ability to adapt. The principal investigator for this research mission is Dr. Annalisa Paul. The co-investigators for this research mission are Dr. Robert J. Farrell and Dr. Brad Barbazook. The developer of this Cube Lab is TechShot Inc. The sponsoring space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is NASA's Biological and Physical Sciences Space Biology. These tests will be conducted from March 2022 to March 2023 during Expedition 67 and 68. The sixth research that we will be covering is Gator-Gatsby. Gator gravitational effects on the Faraday instability. The Gator-Gatsby investigates pattern formation at the interface of two liquids, Faraday instability, when periodic forcing is applied to the fluid system. Results of this experiment could support design of a better mixing for applications that use Faraday instability. An Earth application for this mission is that it aids in the understanding of the Faraday instability, such as jetting processes, bubble remover for cleaning surfaces, and microscale heat transfer. The principal investigator for this research mission is Dr. Ranga Narayanan. The developer of the satellite is the University of Florida and Space Application Services. The sponsoring space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is the National Laboratory National Science Foundation. These tests will be conducted from September 2022 to March 2023 during Expedition 68. The seventh research that we will be covering is Project Eagle, the International Space Station engineering stem cell-derived cardiac microtissues with metabolic regulators in space to promote cardiomyocyte maturation, or Project Eagle. Project Eagle uses the International Space Station to enhance molecular, structural, and functional maturity of human cardiomyocytes, heart cells. The goal of Project Eagle is to establish a functional heart tissue model that mimics heart disease and assesses therapeutic agents. An Earth application is to understand the 3D cultures of cardiomyocytes, which holds great potential for clinical application, disease modeling, and drug discovery for cardiovascular diseases on Earth. The principal investigator for this mission is Dr. Chun-Hee Soo. The developer of the satellite is Bioserve Space Technologies. The space agency is NASA. The sponsoring organization is the National Laboratory, National Science Foundation. These tests will be conducted from September 2022 to March 2023 during Expedition 68. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would recommend to go see the launch, which a link of that will be in the description down below, or in your top right hand corner. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye, and stay safe.